So this is going to be a pretty short video. The long story short, I'm working on a couple videos on OpenClaw or ClawdBot, whatever you want to call it. And in that process, while I was kind of testing my bot Silas, I had asked it to tackle a task that I have been dreading for months. And that task is to compile a list of a bunch of different major models that have dropped since 2023. And it was actually able to complete that pretty well. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is now a resource for our paid and free members. For paid members, you will get the shared link to this actual dashboard so you can see it and constantly have the most updated version, as Silas will be working on this periodically as new models come out and we'll constantly be adding them to the list. For our free members, a one-time download of this exact dashboard is available, but it's not going to have any of the updates that we might make moving forward. So this dashboard was made actually by scraping pretty much every single one of AI Search's videos. If you don't follow AI Search, he's a phenomenal channel that talks about the best in AI, which is really across a broad range from image to video to large language models to robots. So, all credit to him here for sure. This entire list is literally scraped from his videos, and yeah, I have emailed him and provided this to him as well. And so, like I said, this was made by my bot, so obviously you might be questioning, well, how accurate really is this? What I will say is that there probably are a couple of models missing, but as a spot check, everything looks really good to me. Everything is in chronological order. There are models that even date back to like 2016. There are a total of 235 in here right now. I'm sure that there are more that have been released. So there are definitely things missing. Like I don't think Nano Banana 2 or Nano Banana Pro rather is in here. So as you guys use this, let me know what's missing. I am trying to work on this myself as well and add stuff in. But if you guys spot something that's like, hey, this is missing, feel free to add it. I definitely will. You have all your links here, and I have checked pretty much all of these, and yeah, they do all pretty much work. A couple of these projects are no longer available actually, but I think they're still worth logging. So if one of these links doesn't work, obviously let me know, and if you have the right one, give it to me and I can add it in here. One thing that you'll need to know for mainstream quote-unquote models, so things like Claude or ChatGPT or Grok, here is a good example. I'll move you guys above my camera here. We can see Grok 4, for example, by XAI, released July 2025, closed source model with advanced reasoning, but the link just takes you to the XAI page. But yeah, you have a few different areas that you can filter here. So the first one is by model. You can actually just search for a model. The description section is pretty weak, I gotta be honest. This is an area that I think Silas still needs to work on a little bit. Again, this literally just finished like an hour ago, but I think it's good enough to use and at least like use as a reference. And like I said, something that we'll continue to work on, so it'll get better. But yeah, you have a description here. So if you're filtering by, let's say, LLM, you can kind of have a quick reference as to what the model is. There's also this features section here that kind of gives you like the main need to know about what that model really excels at. Column C is the creator of the model. So you can filter by OpenAI, ByteDance, ZAI. There's the estimated release date. So by default, this is filtered from newest to latest. Again, you can filter by type, and we have quite a few here. Again, AI Search, he does a great job talking about everything. So we have 3D, agents, audio, code, environment, image, large language models, medical, multimodal, music, research, robot, science, video, and vision. So quite a bit here for sure, a nice selection. We also have whether it's open or closed source. One thing that I want to add later is if it's open source, what are the requirements to run that model, and add the link to the actual open source model and repo. So that's not something that I have yet, but a lot of these links for open source stuff do take you to that project. For example, we can see in row 16, index TTS, which is an open source local model with flexible voices. And if we click this, this will actually take us to the Hugging Face repo for that project. But again, for some of these, like if we look here at Gemini 2.5 Flash, like if we open this, it just takes us to the default Gemini DeepMind page. And don't forget, like we're looking back on a lot of these models, right? So for example, GPT-3 is in here, right? But you're probably not using GPT-3. And the only place that any OpenAI models really can take you is just to the default OpenAI page. So basically just ChatGPT, right? So yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, like here we can do an example. I've actually been thinking about stepping away from 11 Labs, and also with all the drama with Suno and Udio, I wanted to see what is out there for music. So I can actually filter column E, type to just music, and we'll see that there are 23 different entries here. And then we can also further filter to open source. And so now we can see all of these, and we can also see sorted by the year of release. So you probably wouldn't do Dance Diffusion, Refusion, or Music Gen. Probably try Heart Mula or like Ace Step, for example. And again, it just takes you straight to the GitHub repo for it. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's not like a major development or anything. I just personally haven't seen something like this out there, and I know I kind of needed it for myself. It's good to kind of have this list to build off of and work off of. And again, like, I'm still kind of working through the links here. Everything should be mostly right, but if your goal using this is to find a model that maybe you forgot about or haven't heard of, like again, like we just did, let's say you were looking for a music model. Let's say you click on one of these, maybe like Not a Gen, right? Like you can literally just copy and paste this into Google and you're probably going to get the information that you're looking for. So this is just a really good launching point if you're looking for something specific. Links to access are in the description below. Again, our paid members will be able to have a downloadable version of this exact file, as well as the view only share link to the master file. And for free members, you guys can have the one-time download of this file. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep an eye on the channel. We've got more coming. See you guys later.